You are listening to the Talkin' Ball Podcast. Presented by Will and Kyle. We are back for another episode of the Talkin' Ball Podcast. Kyle, it's been a little bit, but how have you been, man?
I've been good. It has been a while. We had a lot of factors out of our control recently. I believe one was
Sickness.
I got sick, and then
I got sick.
yeah, you got sick,
And you had car issues.
and then you had midterms.
Yeah. It's been kind of a wacky last few weeks, but
Yeah, I think the last time we talked was
spring training was still going.
like a week or two before the season started. And now we're about 3 weeks in, and we can firmly gauge our Giants and the rest of the teams in the MLB
Yeah.
and check on the standings and see, again, where the Giants are at right now and how we feel.
Yeah. Well, I just asked you before we started the episode if you could give me one word to describe the start to the Giants season, and what did you say?
I kind of cheated. I did 2 words, but I think it's still fitting. They are consistently inconsistent.
Yeah. It's been quite the up and down start for the Giants, to say the least. I think after the first 3 games against the Yankees, if you would have asked any Giants fan, they would have said the sky is falling. And just a quick aside here. The Netflix game, that was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
Yeah, that looked really, really disgusting. It looked like they turned up the exposure in the ISO up to like 10,000.
Yeah, not just that.
The lighting
Not
was
just
ugly.
the broadcast quality.
The green screen ads in the background looked like they were just photoshopped in there during the game. And the crew itself, it was okay.
Well, yeah, it was Matt Vescursion and CC Sabathia and Hunter Pence were the broadcasters.
The game itself is like, we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, Logan Webb struck out the side in the top of the first, and he fooled Judge, and that just went all downhill from there.
Judge had a hat trick on opening day.
Yeah, he did.
But I think that's a good way to start with, like, the Giants' inconsistency. Well, a good place to start is probably with Logan Webb, because he has not been his dominant self to start the season.
Yeah.
Like, coming off the WBC, you can't even use the excuse of that now, because you look at Nolan McLean and Paul Skeens, they're back to their dominant ways, and Logan Webb's still, like, it's more the fact he's just giving up a lot more hits. Like, as a ground ball specialist, he's letting up a lot more line drives, and his strikeouts are already down. I mean, we were probably expecting a drop down in his strikeout total, but this is a little alarming since he's giving up so many hits and like base hits. Some of it is bad luck associated, but
the Giants' defense has not been superb. And yeah, going back to what you were saying about Logan Webb, yeah, it's been unfortunate his start to the season. But really the biggest issue, like in the first week and a half of games, was the Giants' offense.
Oh, yeah.
They had no offense whatsoever.
Took like 20 innings to score 1 run.
Yeah.
And when they scored that 1 run, I believe Matt Chapman got a standing ovation for hitting the RBI.
That's right, yeah. I think it was in the last game of the series,
which they still lost. And also, I get they're better at putting the ball in play now, but there's a difference between you putting the ball in play and hitting into a double play every time. I don't know if that's just bad luck or they're literally just trying too hard and keep hitting it right at people.
Well, and it's not also just been that, but they've had a lot of swing and misses, a lot of strikeouts, and no power really.
Yeah, for I want to call out somebody, even though he's been really good so far, Luis Arraez, for as much as I've been told he never strikes out, I'm pretty sure
he struck out a few times.
He's struck out like 10 plus times already, and he's at like 50 at bats already. So
but
this is weird.
He is currently hitting over 300. So
that is true. Like he'll have those 3-hit games to get his average back up. But I think last night, when we're filming this, they beat Baltimore on Apple TV for their game 1 in a 3-game series or a 2?
Yeah, 3-game series.
And I think he went hitless. He went 0 for 5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he took a couple walks though, and I know he scored 1 or 2 runs.
Oh yeah, he did have a pair of walks.
So he made it on base, but yeah, maybe no hits.
But
yeah,
Luis Arias has been good as a pickup so far. Most consistent hitter by far.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Him, and I also want to call out the as well as the inconsistency trend.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Casey Schmidt.
Yeah, we can definitely get into that. Casey Schmidt has just been one of those guys on the Giants that, he's never really been the consistent starter until this year when he was the opening day first baseman, which I don't know if I saw that on my bingo card.
Yeah, and everyone's going to want us to talk about the incident against the Padres with Matt Chapman.
Yeah, catch the effing ball.
Every Giants fan probably saw it. Probably was like telling the media to calm down.
I think most baseball fans saw it because it kind of went viral.
Yeah, and like Chapman was getting a ton of hate, which, okay, I get on the surface without context, you can see that, but at the same time, Matt Chapman is a competitor for as timid as he looks on the field.
Yeah,
he wants to win more than anyone else on the field, and
100%.
that's what I like about him. So, like, when not so routine plays, but, like, when a play is makeable, like, when you can make a play and get an out,
yeah,
and because you mess up a fundamental of the game, I can see how you could get upset about that, because that error that Chapman yelled at Schmidt about was Schmidt's fault. Because when you're at first base, you have to elevate instead of...
And he stepped into the throw too early.
Yeah, instead of stepping into the throw,
you just mistimed it.
You kill all of your, like, flexibility. Yeah. And that's Little League 101, so that kind of makes sense.
Well, and then, so that's, everything with Casey Schmidt, on the playing first base side, but then also offensively, he hasn't really done much.
He's been great.
Well, lately, last few games. But at the get-go, there wasn't a whole lot.
Had us clamoring for Eldridge already.
Yeah, we can get into that too.
I think it's because he knows his job is on the line, probably, because the minute he either gets hurt or has a mega slump again, I think Eldridge is coming.
Yeah, he's been on a bit of a tear lately, last few games in AAA.
Yeah, I think the Giants are just waiting for that Eldridge like breakout week where he hits like 4 or 5 home runs in 3 games.
It might come down to that.
I think it'll come sooner rather than later. Oh yeah, we're also filming this after he dominated against the Giants as a River Cat.
Oh yeah,
and when he dominated against Team Mexico in an exhibition game.
Yeah, that's right. And there was all the talk with Bryce Eldridge in spring training, like, oh, was he going to make the opening day roster? I know that the two of us were making fair arguments for and against that decision. But lo and behold, obviously he started his season in AAA, and his last few games in AAA have been pretty solid.
And I was I thought I was confident he was going to make the opening day roster, but Encarnacion took that last spot. And again, I'm sorry, I defended him in spring, but what has he done to maintain a major league roster spot so far?
Be the first guy out of the dugout when one of the Giants hits a home run.
Yeah, but I get locker room presence, but at least you need to perform and have some value.
Look,
he has no value in my eyes.
Except for if there's a situation late in the game against a lefty and it's an RBI situation.
He's not even hitting lefties, though. That's the thing.
Well,
I don't see what value he brings. I'd rather have like Jared Oliva or heck, even Christian Koss pitch hitting against a lefty.
Well, and that's another thing. And we could dip into everything with Tony Vitello in a bit too, but one of the other stories is the fact that even when the Giants started off really sluggish at the very beginning of the season, And I say that like, beginning of the season, like 3 months ago. It was just like 2 weeks ago. But still, we were seeing those consistent lineups. And, yeah, it's great to see lineup consistency, but not when the lineup ain't doing nothing.
The only consistent, thing so far, I think, that I've liked is he put Willy Adames into the leadoff spot.
Yeah.
And it's worked wonders for him.
So far, it seems to be doing pretty well.
He's by far been the most consistent hitter on the team so far, at least in the last week. I think the stat line was like he's 8 for his last 17 with a home run and 6 doubles.
Yeah, and he's showed a little bit of pop, especially last night because he hit a really solid opposite field homer.
Yeah, he hit that 400 feet. I'm like 400 feet the other way. Like that's good stuff.
Yeah, he knew it off the bat, and he hit a bullet into left field for a solid single. Was it RBI or just a?
It was an RBI double.
And he tacked on another RBI
as well as home runs. Jung-Hoo Lee finally got off.
Yeah, Jung-Hoo Lee got his first homer off a lefty, off a breaking ball.
Hit a rocket.
Yeah,
like that's the hardest ball I think I've ever seen him hit.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, that was,
dude may have hit the gym or maybe just hit the right power stroke.
I think he just hit it as perfect as he could.
That's eerily familiar of a home run he hit last year.
Yeah.
I think every Giants fan knows about it because I think it was his first home run last year as well. But
in Yankee Stadium. No.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
His first home run at home was.
That's right.
It was off a lefty. I think it was Joe Mantiply. Don't ask me how I know that.
Was it against the D-backs?
Yeah.
Yes. It was like
It was against the D-backs. It was down the line.
Wasn't it on like Korean Heritage Night? So it was like super fitting.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
It was a very popular. It's a very popular home run in Giants lore now.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what it reminded me of. Like if he gets that middle in like sweeper or breaking ball, he will hook that down the line.
If Jung-Hoo Lee, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media saying like, oh, Jung-Hoo Lee is like the worst spend ever. If I still believe in Jung-Hoo Lee because if he can really fine tune his game, and if he can really raise the bar on his hitting,
he just needs to hit more. That's
he just needs to hit more and with some pop because I think he can be a really valuable player still.
Honestly, like I was claiming this all off season. Like if dude just gains like 10 pounds of muscle, all those wall scrapers from last year. All those line drives he hits into left field, right at left fielders, those can go over his head, and those hits against the wall can go over the wall. Like, that's all I ask.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's probably been putting the work in, but it's kind of more of the same. But he is finally, I think, getting a little luckier. He's spreading hits again. When he goes the other way and gets base hits, he's locked in right now.
I mean, he had a solid double last night that went right past third base.
Yeah, like again, like he
just kind of slapped it down the third base line.
That's when Jung-Hoo Lee is like locked in and dialed in to like have a good game.
Right, and then
his approach is good.
And then there's also the fact that he's playing right field this year, and I think so far, maybe for the most part, I guess he's handled it pretty well.
Yeah, I think the pressure's off of him in center field. Like Harrison Bader, clearly the better.
Yeah,
better piece.
No question about that.
He hit the first home run for the Giants this season, but since then he's kind of been mega slumping.
Well,
you've come to expect, but he's mostly just
last night he hit a ball that it looked like
he got robbed.
Yeah, well, when watching the TV broadcast, it definitely looked close.
Yeah, robbed in quotations.
Yeah, 50-50, I think.
Yeah,
it could have. Well, if it would have at least been like like a double, maybe a triple. But anyways, yeah. So and then that's talking about the outfield with Bader and Jung-Hoo Lee. Then you got Elliot Ramos.
Oh dear God, I didn't even think about Ramos. So Ramos leads the league in strikeouts.
Yeah,
not a stat you want to be leading the league in.
No,
that's usually for like Aaron Judge territory or Stanton territory, not Elliot Ramos territory.
Yeah, Elliot Ramos. It's kind of been hard to watch at times so far at the start of the season.
The thing is, he's got a really good eye. I don't.
He does.
I don't know why he's pressing so hard.
And it's kind of funny how we're falling on the game last night in Baltimore. He had some. He had some pretty. He took some pretty good pitches for balls last night.
Yeah, and he had a RBI hit.
He did. It was a solid single to right field, but I think what you were saying. The problem is he's just flat. He's leading the league in strikeouts. That's not gonna cut it.
From what I've seen, it's a very similar issue as to the rest of the team has, and that's being able to hit a fastball. Like Heliot Ramos, I know for a fact he hunts off speed. Like he is a punisher of off speed pitches in the zone.
Oh yeah.
He can't hit a fastball for some reason. He either gets jammed or he just is late. All the Giants hitters are like not prepared against like high velo pitchers, which is why I was so afraid last night, because Shane Baz can hit like 96, 98.
Yeah.
And the Giants can't hit it.
Shane Baz was dealing last night.
Like we saw opening day or like opening week. Like we saw
the Giants
couldn't even touch Cam Schlittler.
The Giants couldn't hit any of the Yankee pitching.
No, they couldn't hit any of the Mets pitching. They could barely hit Phillies pitching, but they got bailed out by some good hits.
Right. And so, there's the fact that, Ramos, again, he's swinging and missing a lot. I still don't think he has a home run. I'm trying to look like I'm visualizing the Giants lineup with all their main guys. I think the only guys who don't have a home run in their main starting lineup, if I'm going from 1 through 9, I want to say it's Arise, Ramos, and Bailey.
Schmidt.
Oh, Schmidt too, yeah.
Schmidt was hurt though, so he was out for a week. But yeah, he still
he had
home.
hamstring tightness or something.
If I was to put a wager on someone to homer next, it would probably be him, because he's been swinging the bat really good.
Yeah, I'd say him or Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman's homered though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chapman.
But again, Patrick Bailey had 2 fly balls last night.
He got really close.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
He hit him really good, as good as Bailey can hit him, but didn't get the luck.
That wind apparently last night. I think Devers also had a similar hit to where he thought he got it, but then the wind brought it back in.
It
was a cold night apparently.
On the TV broadcast, it looked like he hit it out, but they were saying, because I was listening to Sean Estes, he was saying that he got it off the end of the bat, and there was no lower body in that swing,
which is scary to think about.
I know. Well,
bro
Devers
casually hit a ball with all hands 370.
Devers hit a home run in Atlanta last year that he flicked.
I remember that.
It was like a good 5 inches below the strike zone, and he flicked it out into the right field for a home run.
Yeah, that goes to show the power of Devers.
Oh, he still has raw power, and I mean, what was it on Sunday against
Aaron Nola?
Yeah, against the Phillies, he hit a tank to center field.
That was very refreshing. He needed that.
Yeah, that was
I mean, middle fastball.
That ball landed on the net in center field, which you got to hit that at least 405, 410 to get it there.
I think he needs to start hunting fastballs more, because I think John Miller mentioned last night all 3 of his at bats against Shane Baz was first pitch fastball right down the middle.
Yeah,
and he took them all. So
if he's going to watch film.
Yeah, I think he needs to maybe start pulling the hit stick first pitch, because he also is starting to chase, especially against lefties. He's chasing that outside sweeper or slider, and you can tell it frustrates him. I'm like, dude, just don't miss the fastball then. Yeah, because he's getting the base hits he's getting aren't necessarily good hits. He's getting a lot of dinking dunking hits so far, which I mean they're still hits, but not what you expect from your power hitter.
Exactly, and it's also been nice to see, there have been some errors on the infield defense, but Matt Chapman has made some good plays. Adames has made some good plays at short.
Matt Chapman was the enemy of San Francisco for a week until he had a really good series against Philly, and I think Giants fans kind of just forgot all about it.
Yeah. Well. So the Giants are now 6-8.
Yeah, I think there have been 2 main focal points, I think, of the season, which I'm glad we haven't talked about yet, because I think we do need to talk about it still.
Let's get into it.
Let's start with do you want to start with positive or negative first?
Whatever you want, I don't care.
Okay, let's start with the positive, because I want to give so much praise to
No, let's start with negative. I changed my mind.
Okay, let's start with negative then. So the starting rotation, even with a slumping Webb, is still very solid. Robbie Ray has been off to a good start. Still too high of a pitch count, walking people.
Landon Roop has showed some signs of
Landon Roop has been
major improvement.
Great so far.
I would say so far the Giants' best pitcher so far has been Roop.
Yeah, Roop by far. Tyler Mahle has been okay. so-and-so. He had a really bad outing against the Mets, and then he did pretty good against the Phillies.
Yeah.
Adrian Hauser has been okay. Small sample size.
Of all the
decent
Giant starters, the one guy that I've watched the least is Hauser.
Because I think he's only had one start.
One or two.
Yeah, he had the start against the Phillies. I think that was the game they lost.
No, it was. Oh yes,
I think it was the game they lost
because Malley pitched the game where Devers hit the 3-run home run. I want to say,
and that's where the negative leads into because the Giants were winning that game in Hauser's start against the Phillies, and this is where we get to the negative. That thing we're supposed to call a bullpen. So Tony Vitello, I don't know if this was against the Mets or it was against the Phillies, puts in Ryan Barucki, a 30-year-old journeyman.
It was the Mets.
In a high leverage situation to.
This was a guy that the Giants picked up in spring training.
Literally as at the 11th hour. As a final spot.
Yeah.
Why do you pitch this guy to get 2 outs when there are runners on, especially against a switch hitting catcher in Luis Torrens?
Right.
Are you shocked that he gave up the lead? Because I'm not.
I'm not. Again, I've still hardly seen that guy pitch. I just know his name pretty much.
I remember when he was a Blue Jay and he plunked Kevin Kiermaier for stealing their game plan card in 2021.
Oh, that was him pitching?
That was Ryan Barucki.
Wow.
That's the only reason.
I do remember that.
That's the only reason I remember this guy.
Wow.
So he's kind of irrelevant in the shape of the bullpen game. You could have put in Matt Gage, who's been okay, or even Keaton Wynn, who's surprisingly been pretty good. But I think the main issue is that's where I think Tony Vitello's main weakness is right now.
Yeah.
In his bullpen deployment. Because, God, please tell me why we still think Ryan Walker is a good reliever. What happened to him? What happened to the guy? He's not a good pitcher anymore.
If there's a club for the most bipolar pitchers, he might be the club president.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Almost blew Tony Vitello's first win. Gave up that 2-run moonshot to Jackson Merrill at the end of the game. I'm there's no need for this. Just throw strikes.
Yeah.
It's not people will say, oh yeah, you throw against major league hitters. Obviously if you throw strikes, they're going to hit it, but it's not that hard to throw strikes. It's really not. He makes it look impossible. His command.
He's just leaving, sinkers way out of the zone.
His command is terrible.
Because he's only a 2-pitch guy.
Yeah, sinker, slider. If he can locate, they're good.
He's good. Yeah.
The problem is
he
hasn't located once this year.
Exactly.
Hasn't located at all. He's erratic.
I see that.
He gives me Santiago Casilla vibes a little bit. Casilla was erratic.
2014 Casilla vibes.
Yeah, Casilla was erratic, but at least he was consistent with the pitches that weren't working. At least he went off of those pitches.
Yeah.
Ryan Walker only has 2 pitches. Casilla had 4.
Yeah.
That's the issue. And like you said, when he throws a slider, if it's hung, oh boy, it's like Tyler Rogers 2.0.
It's on a tee.
And that's kind of the problem with the 9th inning. They don't have a set closer. Blade Tidwell last night, I'll give him a pass because that was a garbage time
run.
True. It didn't matter in the grand scheme.
It was a pitch above the zone, and Rutschman.
It was Henderson, I think.
Oh, it was Gunnar Henderson. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him a pass for that. That was just a good hit by Henderson.
Yeah.
And also Henderson has been one of the best hitters in baseball.
Yeah, he's got 5 homers already.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Yeah.
So, say with that what you will. It's fine. But I wouldn't be mad if Tidwell became the everyday closer.
There's another name that I want to throw into that conversation. Keaton Wynn so far has been very impressive.
Keaton Wynn has been good so far, minus I think a blemish against the Padres?
Maybe. But
I don't remember.
Keaton Wynn, he's throwing consistent, 95 plus. He's got a really nasty splitter that he can command.
Disgusting.
And because I think did Wynn pitch last night?
He did. I think he pitched the 7th and the 8th.
Yeah. No, they brought in
or was it Gage?
No, in the 8th they brought in Brubaker, and then he walked
Brubaker.
And then,
again, with these journeymen.
And then they brought in Matt Gage.
This is the problem I was trying to talk about through the whole offseason. I think you remember because I would not shut up about it. Invest in mid-tier free agent bullpen pitchers. It's not that hard. Like, you don't have to pick up journeyman pitchers you gave spring training invites to. I get you like earning your spot, but you can still go on the market and look for decent relievers. Like,
I mean, I'm just saying, Michael Kopech is a free agent.
Michael Kopech's a free agent. I mean, heck, Lucas Giolito's a free agent. I did see the thing about Lucas Giolito, but we can talk about that if we want to after, because it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
But, like, are we
but
just waiting?
I get what you're saying about the mid-tier pitchers.
Like, are we just waiting for Jason Foley to be healthy again? Like,
I know.
Is that what we're waiting for?
The Apple TV broadcast showed last night all of, like, the Giants relief pitchers, which they're, probably, the better of the Giants relief pitchers that are on, on the 40-man roster.
Yeah, all these pitchers are
they're
probably
hurt.
Like, yeah, all the pitchers on the roster right now are probably like, who are these people?
I know. I mean, two of those pitchers are guys that the Giants signed that won't even pitch until mid-season. You mentioned that Jason Foley and
going to be out until I think the All-Star break.
There's another guy named Sam Hentges, I think.
Hentges, yep. I was excited to have him. He came from
Detroit,
Cleveland.
right?
Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland.
He came from Cleveland.
Foley came from Detroit.
Factory. I kind of forgot we signed Hentges. I was excited for him.
Yeah.
And then I realized he's not even on the roster. Piguero, too. He had Randy Rodriguez syndrome.
Yeah.
So he might need Tommy John.
No, Piguero had like oblique or hamstring.
Okay, so that's not bad. But he's still out for a while. He's not going to be back, I think, until either the end of the month or May.
And then Hayden Birdsong, he had Tommy John.
I think it's a little bold, even though he's only like, I think, still 24. But his Giants career might be over.
Really?
I'm sorry. I'm kind of giving up on Birdsong. He
imploded last year.
I think his first spring training start should be a sign.
I think he has potential. He has raw talent.
He has potential, but it's never going to happen here with the Giants system. Because look at Kyle Harrison now, and look how well he's flourishing.
Has he been pitching with the Brewers?
Oh yeah, he's been amazing.
Really? I haven't even been paying attention.
Yeah, he's had like 2 starts, and he's been awesome so far.
Oh.
So I think he just needs a change of scenery because clearly the Giants are failing him. And while he's still young and when he gets healthy, I think he needs a fresh perspective because the Giants are screwing him Marco Luciano style.
Yeah, Marco Luciano. Is he even with a team right now?
Nope.
Wow.
Probably going back to the Dominican League.
So, anyways, you said you had 2 things, a negative and a positive. Yeah. What's your positive?
So the bullpen is the negative. The positive is Rule 5 draft pick Daniel Susac.
Oh, my gosh.
Little brother of former Giants catcher Andrew
How does that
Susac.
slip my mind? Jeez.
Okay.
Let's get into that.
I really like Daniel Susac so far.
Me too.
Even though his Linsanity run is probably going to end the next start he gets, I really like what I've seen so far.
You and I, Kyle, have been going back and forth on this like the last few weeks. And he even made some national baseball headlines. He started, what was it, 5 for 5 or 6 for 6?
He started his career 6 for 6 with a walk. So he got on base 7 times in a row.
Yeah.
He got out finally, and Giants fans were literally giving him a standing ovation.
They gave him a standing ovation.
Like, this is the most hyped up rookie I think we've seen since Posey.
No.
Okay, good rookie.
I politely disagree with that comparison.
Okay, who do you think's gotten more hype?
I don't know. Logan Webb.
I was about to say, don't say Luciano.
No,
please don't say Luciano.
Logan Webb. He had a lot of hype, but no. The kind of way that I want to get into the whole Susac thing is, there's the start that he had where he went 6 for 6. They weren't just, fielder's choices or whatever.
They were good.
They were solid base hits.
Solid hits. I remember his first,
all fields.
Yeah, his first base hit. Oh God, I forgot who they were facing that day. It was a lefty. Oh, it was David Peterson.
Yeah, on the Mets.
He got a first pitch curveball and he sat back and took it the other way.
He hit it, the first pitch he saw. He knocked it into right center.
Yeah, and he's got a good approach. He's aggressive. I love aggressive hitting. Go for the first pitch always.
And in that game, he in the Mets series, that was the one game the Giants won. In the 8th inning, there was a pitch that one of the Giants relievers threw, and it was a really good pitch called a ball, and he challenged it. Susac challenged it, and maybe the top corner of the ball barely scraped the strike zone, and therefore it was a strike.
Yeah, I forgot all about ABS, how it's affected some games.
Yeah.
But I think there should be a catcher controversy because speaking of ABS, Bailey is terrible at ABS so far. I think he's like 1 for however many times he's challenged it. I think I've only seen him.
He's had a handful of successful challenges.
I don't know, not from what I've seen.
Oh, well.
And the hitters are even worse. Like I remember Adames, I think, challenged it at the start of the
game. A lot
of
the Giants, they're taking these really bad pitches that are not being called in their favor, and I think they're hesitating.
So I think that's also an issue of how the Giants see the zone, which is an issue because I think it was like an outside pitch. So clearly their approach is clearly not to hit.
Well, and who was the home plate umpire last night?
Laz
Diaz. He's one of those umpires. We could get into CB Buckner. I don't know if you want to.
Dude, there's so much. Like I don't know if we're gonna talk about it all in one episode. We're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
If we do. Like all the stories too in the league.
There's been so much stuff going on.
I think that's pretty much it for the Giants though. Like, yeah, really bad start.
Susak, good. Offense in general, not good. Landon Roop, good. Bullpen in general,
Terra bad. I'm bringing out a new word for that. Terra bad.
And then as for Tony Vitello, I'm going to put him right
it's
in the middle.
You can't gauge anything.
I know. It's still small sample size. He got ejected for the first time. I was at that game. It was Easter Sunday against the Mets. It was a play where it was a rough situation, and that was a rough game because the Giants were winning 2-1, and then that
was the aforementioned game that I mentioned where he put in Ryan Barucki to try to douse a fire with gasoline.
Well, it was.
It was Eric Miller.
Yeah, it was Eric Miller.
Oh, yeah, it was Eric Miller.
But what I was going to say was because Gerard Encarnacion, he hit a soft dribbler to the left side towards the third baseman, and it really looked, Gerard Encarnacion may be the slowest guy in all baseball.
Probably.
And he was chugging down the line. And from my vantage point, because I was sitting in club level right behind the Giants dugout. So, it's a straight shot looking down the first base line. But from my vantage point, in the moment, I didn't think Encarnacion was going to interfere with the throw, like he was running out of the baseline. But it was a play where it was a bad throw and the first baseman dropped it, and Encarnacion would have been safe. But the home plate umpire, not the first base umpire, mind you, the home plate umpire, he waved his hands. He was like, "Oh, nope, that's obstruction on the runner." And everybody, lost their minds. And so, of course, Vitello came out and, gave the ump his thoughts. And then Vitello got tossed for the first time.
Yeah, it's also because you can't challenge a play like that.
No.
Because it's umpire's final word because how do I make this game about me moment.
Exactly.
And at the end of the game, I remember his press conference. He said, "Yeah, looking back, it was the right call." But
you know what? Yeah,
he said he was kind of just using that to fire up the team
in the moment. It was in the moment.
Ironic how he comes out, the team immediately blows the lead after that.
I know.
So it didn't matter in the end because again, the bullpen is terrible. Bad. I will say it every time I get, every chance I get.
Well,
but his small sample size with everything. People need to just calm down.
You need to let the manager manage.
Like, is he the one trying to hit the baseballs? Is he the one making the errors out in the field? Like, that's not him. That's the players. Like, the players were the ones not performing. Like,
exactly.
Is he the one who thought, like, did he expect the ace Logan Webb to give up 5 runs against the Yankees in 2 innings? Like, no. That's not his fault.
Yeah.
It's the players' fault. Like, you need to put more blame on the players.
But it's just, it's also been rough because, the Giants... the Giants either, would not be hitting anything or their pitching would just be getting lit up.
Yep. And going back to Vitello, I think he may have to work on his approach with the press because there are some there are some things you just can't. You shouldn't share with the media because
that's pretty
they
interesting.
will eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. Saying that there have been 3 to 4 different incidents in the clubhouse.
He specifically said 3. He gave them a number.
Yeah, saying there have been
that's a big no-no.
3 incidents within the first 10 games. I can probably tell you where they came from. Probably following. I can say incident 1 definitely happened after the Yankees series. Incident 2 probably happened after the Mets series or during the Mets series. So that's probably what it was.
And then incident 3?
Probably both during the Mets series.
I was going to say...
I'm assuming after that meltdown game,
there might have been some more fallout, even though they didn't say anything. There might have been some more fallout.
It had to
the
have
whole
been...
Chapman-Schmidt thing.
I thought they worked it out, though, maybe. Pretty quickly. Like, Vitello pulled, I think, Schmidt or Chapman aside, and they're like, what's going on? And then Chapman explained, he's like, it was bad that it happened. Like, I'm a competitor, though. Yeah. I'm like, I get that. It's fine. It just looks really bad. But at the end of the day,
you just gotta try to win ball games, and you gotta do it whichever way you can.
Yeah, if you don't execute, then it gets bad. Like you get upset and frustrated.
Yep.
Like if that was never caught on camera, I don't think anyone would have made such a big deal out of it.
I mean, you could clear see his day.
Exactly, but
Chapman said if nobody catch the effing ball.
But again, if that was not on camera, nobody would care. Yeah. Nobody would make such a national dilemma out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So overstating on the media, y'all need to calm down. He's just super competitive.
Right.
Like if Judge did that, oh no, he can do that. He's the captain.
Oh yeah.
But no, if Chapman does it, oh God, he's a terrible teammate.
Yeah.
I'm like, just shut up.
Well, so the Giants have been interesting to say the least.
Yeah, they're finally playing the brand of baseball that we expected them to.
Right.
Like they're hitting good. They're finally scoring with runners in scoring position.
Well, they're putting the ball in play with runners.
They're putting the ball in play.
In scoring position. Hold on, excuse me.
Bless you.
Anyways, there have also been quite a few other interesting storylines across the league so far.
Plenty to choose from. Which one do you want to start with?
Well,
I got one in my head, but I'll let you go first.
First of all, we can start with the Dodgers' historically bad start. Ha 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 ha.
What? Oh, sarcasm. I was like, wait,
it's a joke.
I'm like, they're 10-3. What are you talking about?
It's a joke.
So the night we're filming, or the day we're recording, Max Muncy single-handedly beat the Rangers. Last night.
He hit with Max Muncy hit 3 homers and capped it off with a walk-off home run.
First team to 10 wins. Who saw that coming?
Oh yeah.
But it's the kind of thing with all the teams this year. There's really no. Okay, well, besides one team, I want to talk about them in a minute. Besides one team, every team is not terrible so far.
The Yankees have been in a slump. They just had 2 or 3 games where they got shut out.
They lost a series to the A's.
I know the A's.
I'm like the A's are expected to be better, but not good.
Not good. Yeah.
I'm not expecting them to be good. I'm expecting them to be better at least. Their bullpen finally. See, Giants, if you invested in a Mark Leiter Jr. or something, you could have been better.
Right.
Just a hunch.
Yeah, and there's also been talking about ABS league wide. That's also been really interesting.
There's been
there have even been a few ABS related ejections.
Yeah, there's been one ejection.
Not arguing the calls, but arguing the
timer.
He didn't have enough time to do it, or he did it too late.
It's I remember that. It was Derek Shelton of the Twins.
Yeah, Derek Shelton got tossed.
Speaking of the Twins, real quick, I just want to give them a shout out. Sweeping the Tigers, did not see that on my bingo card either to start the season.
Hey, shout out to Parker Meadows. Hope he's okay.
Yeah,
he had a pretty nasty collision.
That was bad. AJ Hinch made it sound like he was going into shock or something.
It was really bad
because he was like, "Oh, there was a lot of blood." I'm like, "Okay, why are you telling us this?"
Well, but yeah, the Twins swept the Tigers. The Tigers have kind of been another one of the up and down teams.
Yeah. I don't even think it's injuries. It's just underperforming. Everyone's healthy so far as I know, but I'm not a Detroit fan. And as far as I know, I don't think Parker Meadows was bringing much, even though that injury sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But I do kind of hope they get off the schneid because I want them to be good, especially.
Yeah, I think
they need to be good for Tarek Skubal's sake.
Yeah.
Or else he goes bye-bye after July.
Yeah. Yep.
Who was I going to mention? Oh, the Marlins. The
Marlins have started off pretty good.
Yeah, teams like the Marlins and the Reds have gotten off to really good starts.
Yeah.
The Reds, I don't know how. They have, like, good pitching, I'm pretty sure, and their offense has become pretty good to start. Ellie De La Cruz has been off to a decent start. Not the generational, oh, my God, he's an MVP candidate start that everyone overhypes him to be.
Nope.
He's just been good so far.
It's been solid.
And then with the Marlins, it's a little different. Owen Casey, Liam Hicks, you probably never heard these names before.
Yeah, I have.
Javier Sanoja. They are going off right now.
Yeah.
Even without Kyle Stowers.
Gino, Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah, Suarez. Oh, I forgot Suarez was a Red. Yeah, all these guys, they just played each other in a series last weekend, and I think the Reds took that series.
Yeah.
But both of those teams are very interesting looking forward. I like what Peter Bendix has done with the Marlins, considering he came from the Giants, I believe.
Okay. I've never heard that name before, but...
Yeah, Peter Bendix, I believe, was an assistant.
Is he the Marlins' new GM?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe, or like president of operations, because I think Gabe Kapler is the GM.
No, Gabe Kapler's like an assistant to the...
I could have sworn he got promoted. Bless you.
Man. But yeah, it has been interesting to see what the Marlins
like. I want them to be doing. Even after trading Edward Cabrera, like I think that's a win-win trade so far.
Who did they trade him to?
Cubs.
Oh, Cubs, yeah.
Like the Cubs have been flourishing with Edward Cabrera so far, and Owen Casey is like a really good hitter so far and pretty good defender, I think. I'm not sure, but his bat has been very good to start.
Yep. There's been all kinds of interesting storylines around the league. Obviously, Dodgers being good isn't a surprise. Yeah. Definitely ABS is, it's been interesting to see. Still small sample size of games.
Yeah, definitely a flawed system, but it's not terrible so far.
Yeah.
It is a little annoying when you have to stop play consistently because the umpire makes a bad call. So I think that's an indictment on the umpire because there was a game.
But when it's when it's a full count and you're the batter and there's a pitch that is a ball but it's called a strike, you're going to challenge it.
Yeah. There's two games I can think of. I forgot what the first umpire was, but it was a game against the Yankees.
Yeah. I got to get some water. Keep talking.
There was a game against the Yankees where Aaron Boone was getting fed up with the umpire. I forgot who the umpire was because there were multiple overturned ABS calls by the Yankees who ultimately, without a doubt, have been the best with the ABS system so far. They have taken full advantage of it.
Yes, that is true.
And that was very apparent in the opening series against the Giants. Like you have Judge challenging a strike 3 call, overturned, next pitch, home run. Like it's been stuff like that, which kind of, again, I feel like that takes away the human element of the game though.
Yeah.
Which I don't like because it's created like
rallies. Traditionalists will argue for that all the time.
I'm a little bit of a traditionalist in that sense. I'm like, if we're just going to have a computer dictate the strike zone the whole time, what's the point of human umpires then?
But it's not like it's robot umps. They still have umpires.
Yeah, but I don't get the point of like, what's the point of having one behind the plate at this rate? Because
if there's a play at home, who's going to call the home?
It may as well be the cameras because you have like 10 different angles nowadays.
Well,
like umpires' jobs are kind of becoming more redundant to me with this ABS system.
That's an interesting take.
There's also been a walk-off ABS call. I remember Samuel Basayo, Orioles. Yep, Samuel Basayo from the Orioles challenged a ball, and it ended up being strike 3 to end the game.
Okay.
Against the Rays. So I think there will be a lot more instances of that. I'm gonna make a bold claim. I think there's gonna be a playoff game that ends like that.
I'm gonna make even a bolder take. There might be a playoff series that could end like that. That would be something.
That would be brutal. It's like, oh yeah, ball 4. It's like, oh, the rally's still alive for this team. Oh wait, he's ABS challenging it.
Right.
Oh, it's like 1/10 of the ball is in the strike zone. That's the series. Your season's over. pack it in.
Yeah, I know. It's
that would be brutal.
And if it comes down to a late regular season game where, there's a team who needs to win one game to, clinch a playoff spot, and if they win, they're in. If they lose, they're done.
Hey, if ABS was a thing in 2020, the Giants would have made the playoffs.
I know.
But it's 2026. Honestly, probably for the best they didn't make the playoffs that year, or else Saidi would have stayed here for like 10 more years.
Yeah.
So thank God. What else has happened with the league? Oh, we had our first brawl pretty early.
Oh, yeah.
Jorge Soler versus Ronaldo Lopez.
That was crazy.
So for everyone who didn't know when the fight happened, there's a bunch of context. Jorge Soler is Ronaldo Lopez's daddy. Has like a 506 batting average against him, and now has 4 career home runs, or like 5 home runs against him.
Let's just say for the general crowd listening that Soler has ownage on this guy.
Yes. And next at bat, he drills him. So, okay, little hurt feelings. Yeah. I just don't think he wanted to pitch to him. Next at bat, throws one it wasn't going to hit him, but it was kind of in his head area.
Yeah.
And Soler is just staring at him for like 30 seconds. Uh-huh. And then Lopez, I think, notices and is like, what are you looking at? It's like, well, you want to do something about it? And then Soler does come and do something about it.
Soler just went right at the guy.
If I saw him charging me, I would run. That dude
he's huge,
built like a tank.
Yeah.
So they start swinging. They're squaring up. They fight. They swung. Mm-hmm. Ronaldo Lopez armed himself with the baseball. Luckily, Soler was still wearing his helmet. No Bryce Harper moment there.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty smart, because I think he would have gotten a concussion if he took the helmet off.
Big time.
Lopez and Soler got 7-game suspensions. They're both appealing for some reason. I think to either reduce the suspension. I think Lopez should get the full 7 because he used a ball. You could if in police terms, you could say that's assault with a deadly weapon. I think technically.
Yeah, he tried to punch him with a baseball.
Yeah, that's assault with a deadly weapon, because a baseball is a deadly weapon. We've seen it before.
Well,
but yeah, that was
it's always good to see a good old fashioned brawl in baseball.
And like, I thought they were maybe teammates at one point, but I don't think they were, because they've both been Braves. I think they've both been. No, I think just Braves actually. But Soler was an Angel all of last season, so that means he wouldn't have been teammates with him. Or maybe he would have. I'm not sure.
Yep.
But yeah, weird moment. Also, I want to point out a positive for Colorado Rockies fans. The Waltons, who own the Denver Broncos, who are also the richest owners in football.
Yes, the Walton family, Sam Walton, who's the patriarch of the Walton family, he founded Walmart.
Yeah, and you told me you went to like the first ever quote unquote Walmart chain.
Yes, in Arkansas. I want to say it was in it was either Fayetteville, Arkansas, or Bentonville, Arkansas, one or the two. And that was where the first ever Walmart was.
And over the week, the Waltons bought 40% minority ownership stock of the Rockies, which means they could make a genuine bid or could put in money for free agents finally. And they said they are
invest in their ballpark.
Yep. And they are saying they are erasing all outstanding debt that the Rockies have, so they can finally be spenders, and they're going to work on ballpark renovations.
Boy, that'll be something. That, like, the next time that the Rockies make it to the playoffs,
like Rockies fans, you guys might be free. You guys might be out of the basement soon.
Maybe.
Like, they don't have a first overall pick because they were terrible.
Maybe the Rockies are slowly coming back to life, and
like, that's what happens when you have good ownership. Like, look at the Broncos.
Maybe the Red Sox are becoming the Rockies.
Oh boy. Yes. The Red Sox. Oh my God. Where do we even start with them? Well, let's start with their off season first off, because that's where the main problem stemmed. So their offseason consisted of nothing but Ranger Suarez and some offseason trades that haven't really worked out yet, but I think they just need time. And the fans are getting very impatient.
Yeah.
So first off, start with Alex Bregman. That whole dilemma. Not signed because Alex Bregman wanted a no-trade clause with the guaranteed incentives and extra, contract stipulations. Boston, or should I say Chris Henry, being the cheapo that he has been for the last decade, decided, nah, I'm not going to put a no-trade clause on you because what if you're bad and I want to get rid of your contract? So Bregman says, okay, screw you. I'm going to go to the Cubs. And now you have to find a replacement. They go bargain bin hunting for Caleb Durbin and Andrew Monasterio from the Brewers in exchange for, get this, Kyle Harrison.
Yep.
And I think some other prospects. There might be another guy in there I'm forgetting. But they literally traded away every piece of the Devers trade. I think there's only one piece left from that Devers trade.
Yeah, some minor leaguer.
Because they traded Jordan Hicks in the offseason to the White Sox. And Jordan Hicks actually hasn't been terrible for the White Sox. He's been, I think, passable. But yeah, the Red Sox, they are terrible. I've used that word a lot today.
Poverty team.
Yeah, they are terrible. And Chris Henry came out last week and is like, because Boston fans, I think it was a series against the
Padres.
They're
booing.
Yep, they were booing, and then they started chanting, sell the team.
And Jarren Duran has just made a couple bonehead plays.
Yeah, and Jarren Duran, it is a failure to launch, and now Roman Anthony is getting a ton of flack because it has come out that he can't really throw the ball very much. So he's like
Yikes.
he's like 6'3", 250 pounds, but apparently he has a noodle. Which is very alarming. And Alex Cora himself even came out and said, yeah, there's a reason we DH him. I was like, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And like all the investments that the Red Sox have made too, like remember Tristan Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even on the roster, I'm pretty sure.
Wasn't it Christian Campbell?
Or, yeah, something like
Tristan
that.
or Christian?
He got a 5-year, $80 million extension, and he's not even playing for the team.
I know, he's in AAA.
Like, Craig Breslow, what happened? Like, I thought, like, remember when they thought Kyle Bloom was the problem? Like, he was a scapegoat for like the failure of the team. I'm like,
yeah.
When you blame the GM, it's more systemic. And again, that's where Chris Henry comes in, because he came out after the sell the team chance and was like, "Oh, I couldn't even understand what they were saying. Like, what were they saying?" That's just generational incompetence in ownership. Like, your fans are upset and you don't even want to acknowledge what they're saying. Like, you know what they're saying, you dummy. Like, do something. Like, make a change for once. It's cheap ownership like this where, like, just incompetence, it just drives me nuts. It's bad for the game. It's a black eye for the league. Like, just stop. Like, you're embarrassing yourself. Like, you make Dick Monfort look passable as an owner. You make the Rockies look respectable. And again, I will go back to the Rockies. They actually haven't been a terrible team so far this year. They've been decent.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, they might just be mediocre, which is anything better than last, like, half decade.
Yeah. Well, before we get on out of here, I just want to touch on something not baseball related.
Oh yes, we can give you your moment.
Just a couple minutes. Huge shout out to the Michigan Wolverines basketball team, capping off a magical, historic, and very memorable season this past Monday night in Indianapolis, winning the national championship.
Yep, March Madness is over in April. Never understood that.
Well, it's always like the legend. Like, you want to be playing in April because that's when you get to the Final Four. But huge shout out to the Michigan basketball team, to my guy Dusty May, and all the other fellas. Big Yaxel Lundeborg, Trey McKinney, Mo Rez, Johnson Jr., Big Adai Mara. Yeah.
This is probably gonna get me killed, but I was like, I honestly wanted UConn to win just for the memes.
Kyle was texting me. He wants UConn to win.
All the Dan Hurley memes would have been so funny. Like,
there were still memes that came out of the national championship game of all of his reactions.
when you and Santi in the group chat were saying like, "Oh, I got Michigan all the way." I just sent the gif of him headbutting the ref.
My guy Santi, my other Michigan homie. We've been rooting for Michigan all our lives, and we've gotten to see a national championship in football a couple years ago, and now we get one in basketball. So
I think that just leaves the last one is baseball, isn't it?
Well, Michigan.
When was the last time they even got 2019 was the closest.
Michigan was 6 outs away from winning the College World Series in 2019 against Vanderbilt.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were.
Didn't they get swept?
Nope. Michigan won the first game 1 of the College World Series finals.
Aren't they the ones that got no hit by Kumar Rocker?
I don't know.
Pretty sure they got hit.
But
by Kumar
the
Rocker.
2019 Michigan baseball squad, that was like a Cinderella story.
Yeah, that's I don't think I've seen Michigan in the top 25 since.
No,
because it's Tennessee, Florida State, Florida, LSU,
Coastal Carolina,
Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Georgia Tech's number 5. UCLA.
Georgia's good.
Georgia. Yeah, there's just so many heavyweights that you have to knock down, especially in the SEC and ACC.
Yeah.
Is Michigan Big 10 or ACC?
Big 10.
Okay. Even
the leaders and best, the Michigan Wolverines.
Even the Big 10, who's in the Big 10 again?
You're killing me, Kyle. Come on. Ohio
I
State,
don't.
Michigan State, Nebraska, Maryland, Illinois, Indiana, Northwestern, Minnesota, Nebraska, Wisconsin.
I don't think any of those teams are in the top 25.
For baseball?
No. maybe
UCLA?
Oh, yeah, UCLA.
Still, I put asterisk on UCLA. They should.
Other than that,
They shouldn't. UCLA, USC, Oregon, Washington shouldn't be in the Big Ten. That's just my piece. But anyways,
yeah, I don't think USC.
huge congratulations to the Michigan basketball team. That's amazing what they did. It's truly one of the best college basketball teams I think I've ever seen in my lifetime. It might be one of the best seasons numbers wise.
Yeah, they were a wagon
ever.
They were a juggernaut.
So, anything else?
Well, I guess while we're on the topic of other sports, the NBA playoffs start on my birthday.
The Warriors suck.
The 19th. The Warriors are eliminated, I'm pretty sure.
No, they're the 10th seed, so they're gonna play a play-in game. They'll have to win 2 play-in games to get into a playoff series.
Oh, well, I remember LeBron came out and said he's probably not. I think he and Curry both know they're not going to get a chance to play each other again. And
LeBron and Steph didn't face off against each other in a game a single time this season.
I think this is potentially that definitely sounds like it's the end for LeBron.
It might be.
Or he might be a Warrior next year. Who knows?
That wouldn't shock me.
That would not shock me either. My dad's going to hate it, but I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And also hockey starts at the same time. I think a few days before that.
Stanley Cup playoffs.
I think
the Sharks they're out of it.
Yeah, I think they're out of it, but this year has been such a
such a positive.
This.
I mean, the Sharks. You gotta think the Sharks might be a favorite to get in the playoffs next year.
Oh, definitely. It was a great run they were on in November.
They won 8 straight, right?
It was fun to be a Sharks fan this year.
Watching Macklin Celebrini is just insane.
Celebrini making records that Sidney Crosby and even Gretzky had.
With Celebrini, he'll be a Hart Trophy finalist.
Yeah, hopefully Michael Misa has a better sophomore season, a less injury riddled sophomore season. Yeah. Will Smith too. He kind of fell off the map this year.
I'd like to see Revo come back for another year.
Yeah. We also have
cool.
God, I keep forgetting his name. No. The guy we extended.
Sherwood?
Yeah,
Sherwood.
I like him. He's reminds me of Eric Carlson, except the Sharks are actually going to be
Sherwood. I think Sherwood is top 2 or top 3 in hits.
Yeah,
in the NHL.
He's like Eric Carlson
He's
if
physical.
we had the pieces around him.
Bro, I miss Eric Carlson. Those are the
too.
days, man.
I don't even know who's a favorite to win the Stanley Cup this year. It feels like it's a very screwed up
I think
league this year.
Every single year, for the last 10 or 11 seasons,
it's been Florida.
No, the President's Trophy winner has not won the Stanley Cup.
President's Trophy curse. Yeah. It's been that way since the Blackhawks won in 2013.
Yeah.
Ever since then, nobody has made it past into the. Actually, no. I think one team made it to the Stanley Cup Finals but lost. But that's it. The biggest memes though are the ones who lose in the first round.
Yep.
I remember that Tampa Bay Lightning team of 2019. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Literally losing to the Blue Jackets, who've never won a series in their existence.
Well, yeah, the Stanley Cup playoffs are always fun. I'll probably watch more of those in the NBA playoffs. I haven't really watched much NBA this year.
I'm sorry. The NBA bores me. The only thing I've been paying attention to is like the off the field drama with like Luka.
Off the court, you mean?
What did I say?
Off the field.
Oh, sorry. I'm a baseball guy. What can I say?
What can you say?
But yeah, the whole like depressing Luka situation. I've just been paying attention to a lot of off the court, off the field drama with like all sports, like Puka Nacua. He got checked into rehab.
He checked out of rehab.
He looks terrible. Like he looks awful.
Well,
the vices of LA, people. It's a real thing. Like that fame and star power will only get you so far unless you make the right decisions.
Yep.
It'll swallow you whole.
Well, good stuff, Kyle.
Yeah.
There's
a lot. We probably didn't even cover everything, but that's what these episodes are all about. We can always talk about them next time.
There will be a next time. All right, Kyle. Appreciate you, bro. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.